vacation earlier this year, but I found out
What's
this
up,
past week.
everyone? We are live with the
Hey,
Aftercast. Yeah, I just
Oh,
dropped
hey, did you see in the chat? That's
what?
something that someone wanted me to bring up. I guess they asked it during last week's Cybercast, and I was like, yeah, I'll get to it this week, and I totally forgot. He was like, hey, do you mind bringing this up on Aftercast then? I was like, oh, dude, I forgot, man.
Yeah, that's cool. We can do that. But we are live with the Aftercast, the late night Transformers show. I'm your host, Victory Saber 77, and got some topics we're going to talk about. And I'm rocking the ROC shirt, and so I would be rocking the hat, but sorry, Chris, but that thing's large. I either have a small head or I need to grow my hair out, do some dreads. I don't know, but that thing don't fit too well, so I'm going to shrink it. But I will be wearing that one day here. But have some announcements before we get into some introductions and into hauls and topics and stuff like that. So first off, next week, Cybercast will actually be the Retro Spotlight. Episode 2, we're going to be talking about Masters of the Universe. We're going to have our good buddy Count _ Marzo on with us. And if you don't know him, just go check out the San Diego Comic-Con shows that we've done and New York Toy Fairs. Very knowledgeable 80s kid just like us, and so it's really cool. He likes GoBots, but we forgive him for that. But he will be on the show next week. And again, next week, instead of Cybercast, it will be the Retro Spotlight show. It will be at the same time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on G1 Extron's channel. Doesn't mean that the Cybercast is going away. It just means that we're just doing the we are just going to do the Retro Spotlight, and we'll let you guys know when we're going to be doing another Retro Spotlight. They're not going to be like every other week or 2 weeks. We don't have a set schedule for it, so we'll let you guys know. But Collection Spotlight really quickly. We showcase Nathan O'Connor on the Cybercast, and when that goes into video form, which it should be now, shouldn't it be, Josh?
It's good. And
So-
we've got a collection spotlight for next Cybercast. We're not going to be showing those on Retrocast, so.
Okay. So check out the video of the Cybercast that we just did today after the Aftercast here. But we do a segment where it's the Collection Spotlight, where you as the fan just submit your pictures, 10 to 20, to Josh at his email address at g1extra@gmail.com, and we will showcase you on the Collection Spotlight. No collections too large or small, and it doesn't have to be all about Transformers either. So. And real quick, you can find me Twitter, YouTube, VictorySaber77, Instagram, the VictorySaber77. Get into some introductions. Charles, where can people find you?
Yeah, I'm Charles. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Optimus4Prez.
Awesome. Dalton, I see a little bit of your head. Where can they find the rest of you?
You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at Daltonians TFs.
Awesome. Josh?
You can find me everywhere at G1 Extron, and my Facebook page is the G1 Extron. So I've got every form of media out there except for Snapchat, because I don't know what the heck that is, and I'm not gonna do that. So.
All right, cool.
Anybody Snapchat?
No, so if there is I don't even know what Snapchat is. Like someone says pictures, I was like, well, that's what I got Instagram for, and it's like, well, no, you
chat, but you chat.
you're doing something live, and I'm like, and you let people know stuff. I'm like, well, that's what I have Twitter for. So if there is one, then it's a fake one, just like the fake Victory Saber 77 on Instagram.
Yeah, love it. Thought if I prolong the intro, we get our other cast members in here. So, Dakota, where can I find
You
you?
can find me everywhere: Primal Sabbath, YouTube, Xbox, the Superior Console, of course, and various forums and things of that sort. I have a Facebook that I kind of get on every now and again and do some stuff here.
It's been going for 28 seasons as well.
Yep.
It's strong.
You changed a little bit from that picture, but it's all good.
Oh, that's pretty freaking old.
But Primal Cast next week.
Yes, hopefully, if Google doesn't screw the pooch, there will be a Primal Cast next week. I don't have work next Sunday, so should be back to our normal schedule with 2 episodes under our belt. Pretty happy with them.
Is that it? I thought we were on like 4 or 5 or something like that.
every episode is Primal. Every Cybercast is actually Primal Cast.
All
I
right.
didn't have a Primal Corn this week. I'm sad.
Trends, where can they find you, man?
Find me on Twitter and Facebook at Trent5.
Awesome.
Those are the only 2 mediums for right now.
Cool. All right. So, you guys want to tackle the topic from a viewer, or do you guys want to go into some other topics that I've lined up? Save that for last.
You can't tell me how to live my life.
All right. Well, we'll go into the topic that Josh had for us. Let's see here. Ryan Wall asked, does adding a human factor endear you any more or less to a character? And he has, for an example, I hated the Headmasters originally because I didn't like the idea of humans controlling the robots. But then I saw the Japanese version where the robots evolved into the Headmasters, and I loved it. I have bought all the Fans Project figures since then, and I just can't get into the human aspect, though. If I wanted human characters, I would watch G.I. Joe, He-Man, the Headmaster Jr. characters grow on me in Master Force, but I never took to them seriously as actual Autobots. I would totally buy Minerva, though. Wouldn't we all? But
I gotta say that well, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, there weren't really that many human characters in Beast Wars. There was what was her name? Ula or something like
Ula.
that. And,
Ula.
Yeah, Ula. And her brother. But other than that, there was Verity Carlo and Hunter Onion, even though I know it's Onion, but whatever. But Verity Carlo more, because she definitely played, I think, a better role than the other 2 humans did in the IDW run. I don't know, like I've been wanting a Verity Carlo figure from that Chromia ever since I saw it. Yeah.
Can't forget about Spike.
Spike, I can just go grab like a G.I. Joe, like just a standard G.I. Joe, and like that's it.
All right.
I can't forget about Chip Chase either.
Oh,
Was he in the IDW
yeah, my
series?
Chip.
Or Pink. He was in IDW
Yeah.
with this nice little, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know, but what about the rest of you guys?
Going back to what he was talking about, Headmasters in the Japanese versions and not Beast Wars and IDW stuff, I totally agree with him there because that made me like I loved Super God Master Force, but even going to the Headmasters, I like it a lot more. I don't like the whole like, hey, we're humans or Nebulons, and I think that's what they were, right?
Yeah.
And they're just gonna put on these like costumes like to look like they're Transformers, like it's Halloween, and then all of a sudden that their bodies can like bend up and form a head.
That wasn't legit to you? I thought that was cool.
It's kind of ridiculous, but I feel more attached to those characters as them actually being robots or cybernetic organisms or whatever they call themselves. So
Yeah.
because as a kid, we like Transformers because they were robots, and you got 2 toys in one, which was really cool. But yeah, I mean, if you're really into developed, human characters, you'd probably just, watch like G.I. Joe, or Mask, because that's what it looks to me. That the Japanese version is more about Transformers, to where if you look at the American 3-episode release of Headmasters, then it seems a little bit more like Mask, to where it was like, hey, the humans are the stars here, but they have these cool vehicles that can transform, and that's basically what it was.
Yeah, I agree with you. ever since seeing like Master Force, even Headmasters, I guess you can go to that. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the whole Target Master, Headmaster, Nebulon type of thing, Power Master, all that, until we finally saw Headmaster, or I finally saw Headmasters, and okay, they kind of evolved into this, and their bodies are transectors, and they transform and all this type of stuff. But it got really good with Master Force because it gave the fight to the actual human beings, which I liked, instead of just being that extra anomaly that's just thrown into the mix. Like, here we're on their planet, let's just start fighting, and they kind of get involved. But they were the ones actually doing the fighting, even down to the Pretenders, because they were on Earth for so long watching us and such like that. But I really like the whole Godmaster, the juniors, all that type of stuff. Really cool. And it carried throughout the series. It wasn't just some kind of story for a little bit, and then it moved on. And I like how it kind of ended. I won't spoil it, so there you go. But
yeah, I mean, it's 30 years later, you still gotta watch out for spoilers, you know. So
that's pretty sad. They go out into space. Shh.
I know we start talking about like Star Wars stuff, and you're like, and then you find out that Darth Vader's Luke's, father. And someone's like, "What a jerk!" You spoiler alert. It's like, how does that?
First, you say all this trash about the gaming community, and then you spoil Star Wars: Return of the Jedi for me. How dare you?
Yeah, but yeah, definitely. I think the human factor played a part. Even G.I. Joe being the human factor into the Transformers world, I thought was really cool. Even Only Human. I like that episode when they turned into human beings, and you had old Snake, and it was just really cool. And to see how they kind of reacted, even to the IDW comics now, where you have their avatars or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
What like Cyclonus turns into old European mist, mist, and all that type of stuff. It's just really cool. Ultra Magnus, modeling after Vera Carly, whatever, all that type of stuff. It was great. What's this?
Do you see what Triple Changer Octane just said? Master Force, I haven't seen, but I don't like Pretenders much. Look,
okay, that's cool.
I mean, you need to watch it because, like me, and before I watched it, I was like, Pretenders, man, these things are garbage. I was mad that I even got them as a kid, and then I just didn't like them. And then I watched that, and I'm like, oh, I got to get all the Pretenders, man. These things are,
I didn't know a whole lot about
Transformers, but I was like, dude, these characters are cool. So,
I didn't know a whole lot about Metal Hawk then, and I didn't know much about Superdrive Master Force by BotCon 2012. But then I started to watch Master Force, and I had this new kind of appreciation for this. Otherwise, like, why was this in the box that kind of void? But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I get a lot of flack for, but I love the Japanese series, and I know other Transformers fans don't consider that part of canon or any type of fiction that relates to Transformers here in the United States. And I get their point of view, but without the Japanese series, there's no Overlord. There's none of these cool characters. You see Overlord in IDW. Where do you think they got that character?
Yeah.
It was from Master Force. The Pretenders. We wouldn't have gotten Thunderwing, Bludgeon, Octopunch. A lot of these other really cool. They don't have to always be human characters. And those are really iconic characters, which I love. Thunderwing was great in Stormbringer. Where'd he come from? He was a Pretender. Black Shadow, Phase 6er, Pretender. Is weird cousin Blue Bacchus, Pretender. But it's you get a lot of fiction. You get a lot of there's other stories out there if you like these characters and if you give it a chance. Without Master Force, we wouldn't have got a Minerva, the only G1 female Transformer from the original line. Now, after that, we got Road Rage as a female character, but that was an eHobby exclusive and all that. But But out of G1, that was it. But let's see. Moving on really quickly to this next one. Nick Brammer asks, "Have any of you got your hands on DX9 Carry?"
Nope.
That's one that I'm going to skip. I just didn't like the super huge wings on it. I don't know. It just that, and it just wasn't in the right size class. It just didn't.
Needs to be chugged. If it was chug, would you buy it?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think it'd be much better on a chug shell.
Yeah. Definitely.
They'd still have to do something about those back wings, but yeah, I would have thought more about it if it were at more classic scale, or if it would have just been like your typical IDW hot rod. it just didn't have that feel to me. You know, I don't know what it was about it.
Now, wasn't it going on that OX design hot rod?
Yeah.
You know, so
Ox Studios.
Oh yeah.
You know, as far as trying to do that, then I think they succeeded.
Yeah.
But I was that figure at Texas Comic Con, Trent? I don't remember if it was or not. We looked at
The Carry, I don't remember seeing it.
Like at the Toy Dojo booth. Yeah, I don't remember if we did or not. So most of the time, whenever I see prototypes that are like out there, I usually don't really try to mess with them because they're prototypes, and they usually don't want you to mess with them either. So
Yeah, like that guy at
I haven't messed with it, like physically messed with it.
Like that guy at the Robot Kingdom booth at GawkCon last year.
Do not touch.
Oh yeah, like people would bring their 4-year-old kids in there, and they're just like, oh yeah, smashing them together.
Yep.
Dude, he was getting pretty pissed.
But back on Carry, do you guys like the engineering? I think the engineering is pretty cool to actually incorporate the trailer into the bot mode. I think that was a pretty good design.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very. They did it better than the predecessor, which was that. What was it? What was that line called?
Titanium.
Titanium. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was pretty.
So much better than Titanium.
Yeah. Well, what in Titanium was actually really good.
Cheetor.
What?
Cheetor.
Cheetor?
Yeah, I like Cheetor.
Okay.
It could be better, but as an actual beast machine's Cheetor, not one that doesn't look like my bot on CAT scan, it's good.
Okay. You don't like the Knights?
No, I dig it, but I have CAT scan. I didn't want the two to conflict so close on the shelf.
Okay, I put this in the chat from Triple Changer Octane. I don't know who you're talking to because I know you talk to Tula a lot, and he's telling you that
full lies.
The Japanese stuff is good. We're all telling you, but you say I've heard that Headmasters is good. I haven't seen it, and I have seen it and can confirm this. Master Forces, man, Victory and Zone suck. I haven't seen those though.
I would say they suck if you've never seen them.
See, I don't know.
Heard that they suck, but that's where I'm like, I don't know who you're talking to, but like to me, Headmasters was like the worst out of the three.
Yeah.
Like Master Force, I think, is the best one, and then Victory is like right up under it. But Victory has a lot of cool like Transformers, and stuff like that, and a lot of just a lot of really cool ones that you really want. To where I can understand if you don't want the Pretenders because of the way that they are, but they still have the Godmasters, which are really cool. But as far as developing all these characters, I always thought that Master Force was the best, and it was my favorite. I thought Jinrai was one of the best characters written for Transformers through G1.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Victory's good, but some of it for fans is the fact that there's nothing out there to represent the show. You don't have any toys, and the toys that they do have, obviously, they're just too damn expensive. And who wants to pay that much for a 30-year-old toy? But I think once fans projects, Roosaurus, their Dino King comes out, TFC Toys' Lyle Kaiser comes out, there's going to be a little bit more of like, wow, who are these characters? These are, granted, if they're good, all right, they could totally screw us over, and they could be really bad, and then people are not going to want anything to do with, like, Victory does suck because look at these things. But Victory had some really good storylines. It got a little cheesy at times with Jan and Illumina. But Headmasters, out of the three, yeah, I would say that it's not as good until the latter portion, just because you get some really good battles with Six Shot, and Ultra Magnus. A lot of stuff happens. You get to see finally like Fortress Maximus getting in there, and they finally get Scorponok or Mega Zarek, all that type of stuff. But it starts off kind of slow, even though you get Optimus dying. Like, I'm back for an episode after saving everyone from the plague, and then I'm gonna go merge with Vector. Say bye. Okay. But it was the first time we got to see two convoys together, two primes together at the same time. That was pretty cool. But I don't know. Zone, I could agree that it kind of sucked just for the sheer fact that it wasn't long enough. It was, again, like the Rebirth series. You're trying to cram as much stuff into one episode and then quit, and you're gone. That kind of blew right there. Because there's so much more that they could have done if you read the mangas. Galaxy Shuttle, dying from Metro Titan. Metro Titan's just this badass. Even takes out, Diatlas and Sonic Bomber until Roadfire shows up. It's a really good story. But
Springer wasn't in Headmasters? Oh, Much. Oh, okay, Much. Yeah, Hot Rod, what was it, Cup and...
Blur.
Blur, yeah.
Blur. They just took off to find a new planet and never came back. They were like, dude, these were going to Cabo. So.
And then Transformers Ninja happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Rodimus comes back with a totally new crew.
I'm like, really? Like, what the hell is this? Just go fly off into outer space? Really? So I guess Chief Convoy died for nothing, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Rodimus wasn't the greatest leader, at least as far as the Japanese.
Yeah.
He comes back, he's like, what, these guys? Yeah, I went with these guys. You don't remember?
Comes back as a little Micromaster, which I loved. I went to Planet Micro to kind of find myself. Oh, did you need that Matrix? Oh, we're not doing the whole Matrix anymore, so.
Yes.
Let's move on. All right, so other topics that I have really quickly. They're kind of probably boring, but I don't know. Combiner Wars. Did we ever get an Aerial Bots release with comics? I was just thinking about that today.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all but Air Raid.
All right.
Wait, no, I got that backwards.
Yeah,
Air Raid
we got
was
Air
the other one, I think.
So they did come out with the comics like they said they were going to re-release them. All right.
Did we already go into halls yet?
Oh, golly, I forgot about halls. God, senioritis. Need my pills. Crap. All right. Dakota?
I actually got a Combiner Wars Groove for like a stand-in of a Beast Force Neo like Uprising Stampy, non-Beast Force Stampy.
Are you messing with us?
No, I'm dead serious. Like,
Oh.
go look on my Twitter.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's my stand-in for like a Beast Force Uprising or pre-Beast Stampy. I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
You know, get some white over some of the stuff. At maximum simple, but other than that, it's great.
Gotta love Stampy.
Oh yeah.
Coward.
Yeah.
But
That's not.
Charles? Anything?
No.
No? All right. Dalton?
I actually do have something. I got the Ripper label set for Generation Skids, courtesy of Ace Milo on the ROC.
Cool. Big a banging.
Yep.
That was a good show.
Buy any new CDs?
Buy new CDs.
No,
Gosh.
that is never happening again.
It was an innocent question.
Don't ever say never.
Never said. As he's
I
working the
won't let it happen
register,
again.
someone pays
The
and
the
then
streets
offers.
of Louisville are just as scheming with scammers as the streets of Los Angeles.
Oh man. Gosh. All right. Moving on to Josh. What'd you get, man?
I didn't get anything that came in this week, so
But you have
I-
something coming, huh?
a few things. But I'm basically just trying to save as much for the next 3 months, and then just kind of weathering the storm, making sure there's a lot in the bank account. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trent?
Nothing for me this week.
All right. Cool. For me, I didn't take a picture of it yet, but I got the second run of Mastermind Creations Cynicus, their boss. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
I do like the fact it comes with an extra head and a little faceplate that comes out with all the drills and spikes and stuff on it. It's pretty cool. Skinny little dude, but not bad. Other Transformers, I think that's it. Pretty sure. Got some Marvel Legends stuff. I got almost the entire Rhino series, which is going to lead into one of my other topics, but not bad. I didn't get Misty Knight, but I did get some figures from the Hobgoblin series. I got Spider-Man with the pizza, and I got Spider-Man 2099. And
Because there's not enough Spider-Man toys, right?
yeah, I know that's kind of one of the reasons why I wasn't picking up previous lines of the Marvel Legends Spider-Man, but
Not the only toy with its own toy line forever.
I like the posability, and the pizza thing is really great. So I have some picture ideas for that. Yeah, I think that's about it. I don't know what else I got. Yeah. All right. So that moves into the one kind of topic I wanted to talk about, Hasbro QC. We talked about it with Star Wars Black series, where I mentioned if there is a figure, let's say Palpatine, and he's kind of cross-eyed, he's kind of hard to find. You take your chances by buying it at an e-tailer or just buying it right there so you have that gratification. It's in your hands. There you go. And maybe if you find one later on, you can return that one. But with my experience with Marvel Legends, it's a hit or miss at times.
we're so open with just kind of a little bit shady practices on the Aftercast.
What?
You got that one, you find one that you like, you take it out, then you put your crappy one back in there, keep the receipt, put a piece of tape on it, and be like, return.
No, well, you can always return it for credit and just say it's damaged or I don't like that one. There's no, they don't care. I'm not trying to say that. We're doing crafty.
Oh, aren't you?
Oh, there's nobody watching that hasn't probably done that though.
So, but the Marvel Legends, I really wanted to get the entire Rhino series with Misty Knight, but she just looked like someone decided that her eyes needed to be not at the same level, and they needed to be looking in opposite directions. And and I was like, I'm not going to pay the $20 for that figure, even though it has a Build-A-Figure in there. But that same piece is with White Tiger, so I wasn't missing out to build the Rhino. But my question is, if you were collecting something that had a piece or a Build-A-Figure, and the figure itself is kind of crappy. Let's say there's obvious paint, problems on the chest, or something that you're always going to look at and see. Would you still buy it because you need that piece to build the figure and just count it as a wash with the actual figure that it's supposed to, that it comes with and all that? Or would you no, I'm going to wait, see, somewhere else? What do you guys do? Or would you get it, then return it when you found something else? Without the Build-A-Figure piece, and just keep that, say, hey, I didn't come with it.
I think I do what you initiated at the very beginning. It's like, all right, well, I got this. I got the Build-A-Figure, now I found it. But whenever I do find that other one, then I can bring it back and, like, hey, I didn't know that, this is obviously, it's not the quality that Hasbro intended. And you could always point it out to them, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you have like the Walmart employees that I have, and they're just like, all right, put in the basket. You're weird, sir. Go home.
What's bad is, because I saw someone in the chat said eBay, is whenever you get those people that have like, whatever, 10 of them, and then they just take the one photo of like the best one, and then they're like, I've got 10 of these. So you don't know if that's the exact one you're getting, or it may be a little bit messed up.
I see Bosk is still lying there from last week. My goodness. Or do we have a green screen? Yeah, I wanted to pose that question. We're collectors. We're paying, a lot of money, especially if you're looking at, let's say, the Hulkbuster series, where you need all 7, and a case comes with 8, and the dupe is War Machine. So you're looking at, Valkyrie. You're looking at Bundra, and even Doctor Strange, who have, they don't have a mask on, so you have to get those eyes painted right so they're not looking straight up, down, cross-eyed, all that. It just kind of irritates me because it's not like some of these are really easy to find at times.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go online and, let's say, buy, from, say, BBTS or something, just because, not that they're shady, but it's just I don't know what I'm going to be getting. And it even goes into the Star Wars Blackline again with, like, the Force Friday stuff. We had Finn. I saw so many Finns that had, he was looking up, he's looking down, he's looking all over the place, and it's like, it's horrible. At least with the Stormtroopers or, Kylo Ren, you don't have that issue because of the mask, but still. I hate that, but oh well. And
I agree.
Yeah. Any signs of Marvel Universe 3 3/4-inch figures? Have you guys seen these? Are they still around? Dakota's gone, so obviously decided, you know what? Screw Hasbro. Take a stand. But have you guys seen any of those little 3 3/4-inch figures?
I don't think I've looked at them lately. So.
Yeah.
Is there something really bad about them?
No, I haven't seen any new product of the 3 3/4-inch figures at all. I don't know. It's kind of weird. We're getting a lot of those questions.
I think the last one from Jetfar we already answered, but.
Oh, we answered that on Cybercast.
Yeah, so we already answered that. The other answer is like, how come we didn't mention Warrior Deluxe Quillfire, Megatronus Fracture? That's RID stuff. We kind of just, like, the lowest we go is like Deluxe Generation or Combiner War stuff, and then up. We're not going to focus on RID or One Steps or Hero Masters or anything like that. So
I'm the only one that collects it too, so.
Yeah,
it's 1 to 2, so
we threw a few in there just because we were kind of like joking with Jam at the time, but it's not something that we're going to focus on. We focus on stuff that most adult collectors collect. So
Yeah.
Thanks, appreciate the love there. I'm just gonna,
there's no way for me to word that correctly.
I'm a Toys R Us kid. All right, so some other things really quickly. Obviously, that is a nice little kind of segue into RID Season 2. I believe I saw the last part of Season 1 was all about Megatronus taking out. Spoiler alert, they took out Megatronus, and Optimus is kind of staying on Earth now. See a second season? I don't know. I'm just, going to happen? Do you want it to happen?
Nope.
I don't want it to happen, but Usually we'll get up to like season 3 and they'll get canceled somehow.
Yeah.
Or they rush
Yeah,
it.
most Transformers shows don't ever survive like past season 3. So if it does, I'd be surprised. I don't know. I don't care one way or another because I don't watch it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I admit I watch it, but I have kids, so I can blame them. But I thought it was a pretty good. The two-parter was pretty good. I liked finally that Bumblebee got his saying. I mean, he first started saying "roll out to the rescue," and he's like, "Wait, I think that's already taken." And I thought that was humorous. And then finally saying what rev up and roll out, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" After so many episodes, he finally came up with something. But I don't know if it comes out with another season. I know my kids will enjoy it, but it's kind of been just a really. It started off kind of strong with the toys, and now it's kind of just dead. I haven't seen any new toys that are interesting, at least. But I'm sure there's going to be some coming out and everything. But again, I don't know if there is a second season. I was just posing that question. Other two more topics, then we'll go into the watchers' comments and then open forum. All right, so I'm sure most of us have seen the preview trailer for the new Rebels episode or story arc debuting October 14th. The clones are coming back.
We can talk about it though.
What? You haven't seen it?
I didn't get to watch it. I posted it on Facebook.
You posted it. I saw you posted it everywhere, but you didn't even watch what you posted. Check this out.
Dude, I use the Facebook page as basically like as bookmarkers for like, okay, bring this up on Cybercast. There's other stuff. That's why I stopped doing like the little new stuff because I figured that we'd just transfer that over to Retro Spotlight. So.
All right. Well.
And that's when I go through and read it. But no, I mean, it's just a trailer, so, I mean, talk about whatever.
Well, you already knew that the clones are coming, right?
Right. The picture's like 3 old dudes or something.
Yeah, so it's cool
to get an idea.
You got Rex. You want me to name the other two, or do you want it
go ahead.
So you got Rex, and you got Wolf, and you got Gregor. I think that's his name. The kind of the crazy one. That's from one episode where he was lost, and he's a Republic commando, kind of like the Delta Squad boss, and all those Sev and Fixer and all those guys. But excited, kind of a nice episode 1, and then I think they're going to pick up with really good momentum. But what do you guys think? Or who cares for it? So there you go.
I need to watch the start of it to begin with.
You haven't watched it? Okay, you're.
You haven't watched a single episode.
All right. Okay, Dalton's gone.
And then kick Tulala because he's like, I'm the only person that doesn't care about the Star Wars movie. He says Star Wars, Ray rolls eyes.
I just haven't gotten a chance to watch it.
All right. That's
I just care about the movie. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't care about all the other stuff that comes with it. I just want to watch it.
All right.
Just gonna go ahead and put myself out there.
I'm just losing friends all over the place.
Yeah, I don't know why I have a show right now. I can only talk about Transformers. I can't talk about anything else. I'm gonna go sit in the corner. But anyone else excited? I'm excited. I like it. I've actually collected all this crap. I have all the seasons. I'm a Star Wars junkie. But I'm almost tempted to dress up as Old Man Rex for Halloween. I'm gonna shave it, get old.
Whenever you decide to start collecting some of that vintage Star Wars stuff, if you haven't already, I'll help you by buying your Bondi 6 stuff.
I have some vintage stuff, but
I'm talking about making a mint and sealed card collection.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
You're gonna go for it. Oh.
I do that with some of the G.I. Joe stuff, but I like to open up everything.
David says, is Mara Jade in Rebels?
Mara Jade, no, not yet, no. Mara Jade would be after. Mara Jade doesn't show up until after. Technically, she should be in Episode 7. She was hired by the Emperor to assassinate Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker, yeah.
But then they became, oh, I like you, I like you. Let's get married and have a sexual
Yes,
game.
have a son, yeah.
When the Sith and the Jedi are united. But yeah. Rebels, I mean, the one thing that I want to know about if they're going to put into the new cartoon series is, where's Cody? Did Cody die? Because Cody was not as popular as Rex, but right up there, though. So kind of curious where Cody is.
I always thought, yeah,
Well-
Cody and Rex are the two most popular of the, the clones.
Yeah.
Well, in episode 3, wasn't he the one who ordered the fire on Obi?
Oh, yeah.
So he'd probably,
Oh, yeah.
he'd probably be dead by now.
The old man Ben took him out.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, Cody just became part of just like what kind of Rex did. Rex, unfortunately, didn't have to kill anyone because his Jedi turned to the dark side, so he was okay. But he left because he didn't like the fact that they weren't doing the clones. They weren't soldiers; they were just enlistees.
He
I
said not
guess,
to join
in a way.
you, but joy to live for. Now die on my choice, my force choice.
But Cody, I think, was around still. Everyone else has pretty much kicked the bucket. I'd like to know what happened to Bly, besides him killing Ayla Secura. But I'm just kind of curious if they throw those guys in there. I like the fact that it's Gregor instead of Cody, because Cody did initiate or, go through with the whole executive issue 66, all that type of crap. But
Mhm.
I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a really good series. I think it's going to have the same momentum now as the Clone Wars. I really do. I think that's like, all right, cool. Take the focus off of the 5 that we were kind of introduced to in the very beginning and kind of switch it up with all these guest appearances so you don't always have to concentrate on them. I like that.
Yeah.
Even with Lando. Lando was great. I mean, he's a funny character, especially getting Billy D. Williams back as the voice for him. That was cool. But, all right. Last topic, and it's really quick. It's probably just a yes or no, but in my area, the toy aisles suck. It's hard. I mean, I don't know why there's stuff on the shelf, but it just seems like the stuff that sells, it's a hit or miss if you just happen to be there on the day that they got a shipment in, like Transformers, Star Wars, and it's only just one case. Put it on the peg, bam, it's gone. Then you have to wait another 2 months. It seems like. Your guys' area like that?
Yeah, it's always the
Yeah.
popular stuff that you get one case, and then all your stuff that like no one's buying, like they get 4 cases in, but they
Yeah.
can't even put one out because the original stuff didn't sell.
It's funny you mention that because, like,
I wasn't done talking, Dakota.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to be rude. Okay?
No, I was just gonna continue that, like,
Not anymore. You're
the
not.
Black Series stuff, the 6-inch stuff that most people want and sold out in the first 5-10 minutes that it's set on the shelf. The only stuff there is Chewie and Finn, and like I'll see
That's-
like 1 or 2 Rays, but it's just Chewie and Finn. And for some reason, I'm seeing just as much Finn as I'm seeing Chewie, and I don't get that. It's not like Finn came, was the extra guy. It was Kylo Ren, and even those are gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know why people aren't wanting Finn, because he's a totally new character. Rey, I've seen like a couple of those, but I get what you're saying on that, and I even still look at the Ninja Turtle stuff, even though I got rid of it. Obviously, you can see all that stuff is not there anymore. I still don't see any of the new stuff for them.
Yep.
Transformers, one Walmart, dude, they still got the Stunnicons in as their current wave, as Voyagers and Deluxes. And while all the other ones got Hotspot and Cyclonus, but they never got it in the deluxe figures for Combiner Wars. And then my Walgreens, though, they got in a full case of the IG-88, Leia and, that Cody and that wave. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. They're like, yeah, we just got this in last night. So
That's cool.
that was a nice surprise. If you need any of those, James, you got them all.
I believe I got them all. I
Okay.
think so. But it just seems to me like the trend is they're always resetting. It's that period before the reset. They clearanced out some of the stuff. They're dwindling it down, and then we're gonna reset it. We're gonna get new product in, but it hasn't happened. That's what I keep noticing at mostly it's Walmart. Tons of WWE Elite figures, but there's nothing new. There's nothing current. It's all the same kind of crap before. None of the legend stuff that you see at like Target. The turtle stuff, I kind of glance over there just to see if I'll find anything, but it's a joke. Power Rangers is a joke. So I was just wondering if it's just me, because sometimes I know, Josh, you got a lot of cool stuff like at your Toys R Us and stuff, looking at your toy hunt videos, but
Yeah.
I don't have any of that crap.
Yeah.
So yeah, hit up Josh if you have a wish list.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
PayPal him some money, and then
No, people always hit me up for this stuff. Like they'll watch it and they're like, "Oh, hey, you pick up this and this is." I'm like, man, if I even said yes to one person, then I'm like picking up stuff for like 20 different people, and I don't want to do that.
doesn't want to be a personal shopper.
Yeah.
But how cool would that be to be a personal toy shopper?
See, the whole thing is like I pick up stuff for like, let's say, like this, little group right here. So like I'm gonna need you to get Kmart Kylo Ren for me, but like
Yeah.
I already got the Walgreens manager like, hey, we get trucks in on Friday, and then I got the note there. Every single manager knows that puts out stock. Put 2 of these Darth Vader exclusives back for you, and I was like, all right, good, done. They got my phone number, everything. So we could do a little tray. We look out for each other like that, So
Yeah, and that's
it's about developing a network.
Yeah, definitely. You get in with a bunch of people like-minded, even if they don't collect the same stuff as you, just to kind of keep an eye out, here or there, and be like, hey, are you still looking for this? And that's the cool thing about the community. I do like that. I love that a lot about it, just for the fact that, hey, I'm still missing this. People kind of like, oh, yeah, I remember that. So that's cool. But
I went and gave the TRU manager my list. He wasn't in, but they were like, all right, just here's paper and pen, give them the new list.
Nice.
Oh, because my Starscream got canceled at Toys R Us. Because I forgot what I had. I only had like $40 in the PayPal, but I have my card attached to my PayPal. So I was like, oh, they'll take the 40 out of the PayPal and then they'll just charge the rest of my card when it was ready. No, they were like, oh, you don't have this amount in your PayPal, so pre-order canceled. I was like, but I have the money.
Wow.
That sucks.
So now I gotta do the whole looking for the thing. I don't think it'll be hard for me.
Dude, toy hunting is
friend,
awful.
so.
Like, I just don't like it anymore.
You just show up to this. They only get a truck 2 days. Toys R Us. You just you show up Wednesday and Saturday. In the morning when they first open up. Plus, you got your manager friend that'll text you and say we got this in and put it in their office. So.
Nope. All right, so that's it for topics that I have. We'll get into some questions. I see that I have some in the chat here. So we'll start off with David Cabal. Question, are you guys reading the current More Than Meets the Eye comic? What do you think of it? And who's your favorite character?
I have not picked up an IDW comic in a long time, unfortunately. Like, it's a shame as I am to say that. I just haven't been able to keep up recently.
Yeah, I buy the books, the collections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get more than just the one that I have of the trade paperbacks.
I don't buy comics, but I mean, it'd be cool if I had a friend that let me borrow some, so I could kind of catch up and stuff like that. So maybe it'll happen one
That would
day.
be pretty awesome. Too bad you don't have friends like that, right?
Do what?
Answer to that question, I haven't picked up a comic in a while myself either, but I kind of like Rung, the ship's counselor or Shrink.
Yeah.
Rung.
Yeah, Rung's pretty good.
Yeah. And every time I hear him, I read his line, I can hear the voice of Brett Spiner, Data, Star Trek Next Generation, coming out of his mouth.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't picked up a comic either. I don't know, the last one I looked at, I don't know, Windblade, I think, some of the Combiner War stuff. But they're good reads, don't get me wrong, but I like buying the collections just because it's slow, but I like having 300 pages worth to read at one time with just, I just go gangbuster on it and just get all the story, which is nice, instead of waiting a month or whatever, 2 weeks, whatever it is, to get the next one. But then I have to wait till, what, Phase 2, Volume 3 is not going to be out until, what, next year?
Yeah. They really should release those, like, sooner, but, I mean, I don't know, it's no different than, I mean, I get they have to come out, like, every couple of years, so that way they can keep a lot more story in there.
Yeah.
I mean, at worst, you just buy the volumes that come out at the end of the year, which kind of collects the year's worth of stories. It's not the hardcover trade, the hardcover bit. So, it's
All right, next question, Maka 1. Question, comment, is anyone watching The Last Ship? If not, start. It's great. Season 3, next year, catch up on Foot Locker. It's worth it.
Yes, I've been watching it.
My mom and stepdad have been watching it.
And it's pretty good. It's actually was it produced by Michael Bay? It has something tied to Michael Bay. You know that because he always likes to throw his name in there first. So, whenever it's coming up.
Does this want us to talk some Brave? What?
In the chat, these guys have been going at it for about, 20 minutes, just talking about nothing but Brave and Galgagar and X-Kaiser and stuff like that. So, since James, you're basically the Brave guy, I'm like an amateur Brave guy, so.
Okay. Well, let me get to Dragon Lord's question.
Put your Brave questions, if you have any, in the chat.
Dragon Lord's official channel question: if you had a green Ramulus and Dakota had a black Trax, would you trade figures?
If what?
If one of us had a green Ramulus and Dakota, you had a black Trax, would we trade with you? Trade figures.
Pretty sure one of you would. Because I wouldn't give two shits about that black Trax.
It would depend which one it is. If it was the ultra rare one back in the day, Diaclone.
Yes.
Yeah, I would trade.
I'm sure that's the one that means, yeah.
Yeah.
The question is, though, I think you guys would want that more than I would want Green Ranger.
I don't know. I'd like to get the Green Ranger just because there's not that many and I can hold it over you for a long time.
Dude, that's the whole thing, is because I'm selling the entire, like G1 collection, but let's say I think that I might actually be willing to hold it, like James said, over you, and just be like, have it propped up like all the time, right here, every time. So you have to look at it and know that I have it, and I could do a trade with you or sell it to you or whatever price you wanted to pay. But I'm like, no, but I'm getting so much more enjoyment out of just putting it here and just teasing the crap out of you.
See, that's the thing, though. Like, I'll just get someone to like make me a custom. Get one of these like real good customizers to make a custom one for me, and I'm squared away. Like as soon as I just get the scratch for that, like guess what I'm doing? You know. So I don't know. Good try, but
It would be cool.
pretty good.
Yeah, actually, that.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would totally trade. Like no doubt.
But now, if you had, let's say, the black Lucky Draw Fire Convoy, I would trade in an instant.
See, but that's one that I would like to have one day. Like whenever I just have like, irate amounts of money to. So I don't know. You know.
Yeah, that one's a little pricey, but I would love to have it. Looks good. But all right, so let me see here. Chat, we have a question. What is Brave? It's a Disney Pixar movie about Merida flowing through the glade with their hair. Brave is a spin-off in a way of. It started off as Takara had some designs, leftover designs for G1. G1 ended right after Zone, and they teamed up with Sunrise Production. And I'm giving you the Reader's Digest version. So they collaborated, and they created this new series. A lot of the design cues came from the guy who did Gundam. So that's why if you look at a lot of the Brave stuff, they all have like a Gundam-looking head.
Yeah.
But some of the characters were like prototypes, or they were going to be used for some Transformers, like Duke Fire. It may have been the new Rodimus. Then it went to Fire Convoy. You had Dino Geist that could have been a Grimlock, and then you had his little Geisters that was Petra, Thunder, Armor, and I forgot the other guys who resemble the other Dinobots. And you had other characters that were other, I guess, molds from the Transformer series that were integrated into the Brave line. So they're not die-clones, like a lot of people like to say, oh, I got a die-clone Die-Atlas. No, it's from Might Gain. It's Goryu. You got Hiryu, which is, what are they? The Lightning and Thunder Dragons. That's what they are. But that's a Sonic Bomber. Sky Gary was put in there as Death Gary Gun. Unfortunately, they never gave us his Azori Gun, which would have been the Red Scorponok. And I don't know. There's other characters that were in there too, retooled, stuff like that. Thunder Dagwon, there's Dag Base. But it never hit here in the States until King of Braves Gal Gaigar, which just was huge. It also came at a time when anime was huge in the United States. Toonami, all that, 1998, 97, 98. And it's still strong today as far as that series. But there you go. There's the
rundown.
Digest. There's 7 or 8 series. Some of them are good. Some of them suck.
And you always have a chance to get a drill tank.
Yep, you can get a drill tank. You can get a train of some sort, whether it's a bullet train or just a locomotive. And really cool looking characters. Unfortunately, you don't get a lot of villains because Japan's not into villains. And some of the villains, they were just monsters. Like in King of Braves, they were just alien monsters and stuff like that. So didn't really have anything. But you really got some really cool guys like Mike Stounder, the 13th. His little bass stand is like a beatbox, which is really cool. You got some design cues that were introduced into other Transformer lines afterwards. The symmetrical symmetrical docking. I gotta stop drinking. But what else was there? Bullfog, same kind of transformation as Hot Shot. Gal Gaigar with Goldie Mark, same thing as Galaxy Convoy with Veil Breaker, stuff like that. So expensive line, kind of, to collect. harder line to find. So, any guys into Brave? Like Brave? You want Brave?
I like Gold Ram. I want one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, the series is good.
Then Captain Shirk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the Gal Gadot. I have almost the entire series for one DVD.
Gal Geiger's good. It's darker. It went a lot darker than the other animes.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that was really cool about the animes. They all have a human factor, but they're different. None of them are linked to each other, but maybe just with a slight character. Like X Kaiser and Firebird, they're both space police. I believe Firebird credits X Kaiser for joining. But other than that, I mean, they're all different. I mean, you got your Super Sentai type of storyline with Dagwon. You got your Kitty type of show with Goldran. Very interesting. So, let's see here. Anything else? We got Nick Merrill was Brave. We got that. David, well, question: favorite GoBot characters? Count Marzo. Count Marzo ain't here.
I'm going to opt for a none.
I had a Burger King, I think, or maybe it was Arby's or something like GoBot thing. It was a purple jet. That's all I knew. And you just pull it out, and the arms could swing back and forth. And I just put that sucker around and hung out with Micromasters. So I don't even know who he was. He wasn't even like. He was an official GoBot, but he was like came in at like some type of kids meal. Like my parents, I made sure that they were fully aware of what Transformers and all this other stuff was whenever they came home with Zybots one time. So, and I ended up breaking them all.
I said Crasher.
Crasher.
That's what I would say.
He was a good female character. One of the first.
Yeah.
But I like Leader 1. But not because of the show so much. I had the original gray and then I had the blue, and I didn't have all the aerial bots. So those guys substituted in there at times when I needed to have a team. But I did have some stuff. I had some type of race car that it was a pullback and then it would flip up, and they had some type of like cobra head or like some type of snake in there that sort of transformed into it, pop up and something. I think that was a GoBot of some sort, but other than that, no, I don't have any of them now, which unfortunately. So, Dalton's there a fire truck?
Not me.
Not you?
Nope.
There was a siren. And
Oh, it's Trent.
it's neat because I did hear a siren. Yeah, I did hear a siren outside my window. So yeah.
I thought it was Dalton. Don't you live next or close
You
to
gotta live right across the street from the fire department.
Awesome.
Fire department, police department.
Let's see. Dragantron468, the leader of the Ultra Build Squad, has a question. If you were turned into a GoBot, what would be named? What would it be named and turned into? Interesting. Never had that question. Why GoBot though? Why couldn't we say Transformer?
I don't want to be turned into a GoBot.
GoBot, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about GoBot, so.
Man, we're not going to have that on the Retro Spotlight. Challenge of the GoBots.
Oh, if Marzo wants to talk about it a little bit.
All
Like
right.
that'll be another time where he can come on it like again, where he can talk about GoBots. But I'm not gonna have anything to contribute on that episode. I'm just here to hit like start broadcast and stop broadcast.
Right on. Just got a bowl of popcorn there, just like eating. This is great. Keep talking, guys. Keep
Yeah.
going. Any of you guys want to answer that? Or can we change the question into, like, let's say Dakota, what would be your Beast Wars alternate form?
my like if I were in Beast Wars, like what would be my preferred alternate?
Yeah, what would it be?
Oh, dude. Like I don't know.
Maximal or Predacon?
Maximal for sure, because man, I just don't do bugs. Although technically, well, that doesn't really make much sense once I look over to my Japanese shelf. Dude, I'd be a Fusor, man. I'd be freaking Torka. Just
Torka.
huge and like a freaking elephant mammoth thing, just kill it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
For me, it'd probably just be Wolf for alternate mode.
So you're going the Beast Wars route too.
Yeah. Maximal.
Maximal. You guys like to say maximize. All right. Charles, what would you be? Type of robot. You want to stick in with GoBots, Transformers, Beast Wars? What?
Yeah. I want my multi-changer like Hexacon or Six Shot.
I'm going 6-shot too.
Best of all worlds.
Yeah.
Get that beast mode. Other vehicle modes.
Actually-
Gun mode. Can't change
Actually,
it.
No, you've already
Can't change
given
it.
your.
You're Wolf, dude.
You're Wolf.
You're Wolfang.
damn.
That's it.
Because I've actually created my own Autobot character that is actually.
Well, too bad because you're a Wolf.
I remember that from the very get-go. You said something about you designed
Yeah,
something
triple.
on your computer
Mm-hmm.
back when you were in the living room next.
Yep.
Where were you? Back
It was in my living room right next to this room.
Yeah. Did some designs or something. You had a picture of it. Trans, what would you be, man?
I'd be an Autobot, and I would probably be a top kick pickup truck.
Oh, wow. Nice. A little bit iron. That's Ironhide, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
No, Michael Bay.
No, you don't want to be my Gannon.
No.
No?
Dude, there ain't nothing wrong with that GMC, man.
I'd be a Pinto. Maybe no, I'd be a Gremlin. That's what I'd want to change into. That would be cool. Be right up there with Cup, just hanging out, all that type of stuff. Transforms into a truck. I transform into my little Gremlin. There we go.
Just be a lemon.
There. Wasn't the vehicle in Wayne's World a Gremlin?
Yeah.
I could tote them around. So.
Dude, that car's like a piece of crap. Isn't that one of the worst cars ever made?
All right, I'd be the Mystery Machine. Batmobile. That would be cool. Okay. Moving on. BVZXA3 question. Anyone like or watch Machine Robo? I've watched a little bit of it.
No.
It's okay. It's good.
No.
I haven't got into it because I can't find a lot of the episodes.
So, yeah. It seems okay based on the bits and pieces I've seen of it on YouTube. Seems like it'd be a pretty good show.
Let's see. NFL question. Should we start Teddy Bridgewater or Cam Newton?
All right, I'm gonna say Teddy Bridgewater just because.
Why?
Well,
Established
because
the
he's got some weapons. Also, they didn't have anything with the running game, and then you have the Texans that they're pretty strong at corner. At least they have one really good solid corner in Joseph.
J.J. Watts.
Yeah, they're going to be rushing the pass. They got J.J. Watt. They also have Gurley. up there, so rushing. So Cam's not going to have a whole lot of time. They're gonna set the seals on the side there, and they're going to keep him contained in the pocket, so he's not going to be able to run a whole bunch. So you're not going to pick up those yards. As far as passing, he lost his best wide receiver in Kelvin Benjamin, so not really a whole lot of options there. And for the receiver that they might be able to throw to, maybe their second best one, like I said, they have a really good, like a top 10 corner in Joseph. So I would pick Bridgewater. Plus, I like Bridgewater. I really like what he did last year. I think it was just, getting into it. He progressed over the last 4 or 5 games last year. I think last week was a fluke.
Oh, yeah, and he didn't have Peterson. Once Peterson gets the rust off of him, I think he'll...
Jeez, man, I'm glad someone could answer that question.
We're all just like crickets.
Yeah, and the Detroit doesn't have the defensive line that they did, a year ago with Sue and
Sue. He's gonna get suspended.
The other guy. Dude, he's already stomped on someone. So.
Yeah. He kicked him or some crap.
Yeah. And then Pac-Man Jones doesn't even get ejected by ripping someone's helmet off and then bashing his head into the helmet. Oh my god.
Football, gotta love it.
Oh.
Yeah, so I could talk football all the time, but that's why we go with Bridgewater.
So what about the rest of you guys? Bridgewater or Newton?
They don't even know who they are.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, moving on. Another question, David Cabal. What are your favorite moments from the '86 Transformers movie?
Tulala says baseball. Ray rolls eyes.
Baseball. Nice. Talk about the old pigskin here.
Yeah, the baseball pigskin. I know Tulala, dude. I'm right there with you, man. I don't know what these guys are talking about.
All right, so the next question: What was your favorite moment in the '86 Transformers movie?
I gotta say,
Yes.
go ahead, Dakota.
Oh no! Mine was short. I'm sorry, man. I've just been interrupting people all day. Like I just want to interrupt Josh. Like I'm not trying to interrupt anybody else. So.
I wasn't even talking.
I know, but I was hoping that maybe you would have said something. But... okay, Blair. Like just Blair. Like everything about Blair in the '86 animated movie. Like I thoroughly enjoyed.
Oh, I thought it would have been Wheelie. Appearing.
Wrong Cybercast.
I'm going to say Unicron's transformation sequence.
Yeah.
That was pretty epic.
Yeah.
Optimus Prime just coming in and rolling folks over.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that one's hard to beat. I'm going to say Galvatron, creation of him, and then you hear his voice, Leonard Nimoy there.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, those are all good. Cute.
The debate between who is Cyclonus.
Oh man. Gosh. I guess it's cheesy. Everyone's gonna some other people would pick this one too, but the whole transformation of Rodimus, or Hot Rod into Rodimus, and you hear Optimus's voice, all that. I mean that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean the whole movie. If you watch it as a kid, it's gonna, for me at least, I'm like, wow, it brings me back. It's pretty much all of it is just exciting, even to the point in the music, instruments of destruction. Then you get to see, hey, look, Prowl, Ratchet, Ironhide, Brawn. You did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even get to see Wheeljack and Windcharger die.
Yep.
Yeah, they just drag their bodies up.
Yep.
And it's like, that's what happened to them somewhere in the fight. It's like, wow, really?
Even Prime telling Grimlock, go destroy Devastator. Me like a challenge, and then they get their asses kicked. I mean, honestly, they didn't really do anything, which was pretty sad. And then you see them later on kicking Unicron in the ass. Like that did anything either, too. But
No.
Junkions were good. Ultra Magnus perishing at the hands, trying to open
Everything
up the
about
Ultra Magnus.
everything but Wheelie, basically, is what we're getting at.
Yeah, basically.
You guys, every week with this, like, Rumble is red and blue and stuff.
It's the debate.
Just every week.
They hear debate, and that's like the key word to start in.
Dude, that debate will go on as long as that white, gold, blue, black dress debate. You know what I mean? Anybody remember that? Yeah, people are going to talk about that in 30 years, too.
So, someone on the cast has a smoke detector that's going off. Who is it?
I think that's just Dakota's, like, crappy mic or whatever.
It's like just beeping.
You know. That's the only noise that I hear. I'm sorry.
I've heard a beep occasionally. I've gotten used to it. I don't know. We have another question. Flamey Baka. What if you became the... What?
Dude, I just copy and paste. That's that's what I do.
A consultant? Is it supposed to be a consultant of Michael Bay? Oh, the consciousness of Michael Bay and had to watch him direct the live-action movie. I would say more explosions. I would just have it all.
Save that for the Primal cast.
I would know what makes my money, yeah. Explosion.
Again, I think Michael Bay could take the Mask series, do a pretty good job as far as cars, getting the license for all these cars and doing something there. But we talked about that a little bit on the Cybercast. Excited about Transformers 5? As they're talking about it, gonna happen. What do you guys want? Expect?
I've just learned to not go in with any expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
You guys are exciting.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
I'll go see it. I'm looking forward to another California BotCon as well, so, yeah.
Yeah. 2017.
Go. Josh, what are you doing? I hear you opening up something. It's gone.
Oh, I just muted myself because I figured that I was probably coming across. I'm getting some bread.
Oh, I'm getting the bread. I thought you were opening up another bag of Depends. All right, so let's go back over here and check out. What do you guys want to talk about anything, or you guys want to call it quits?
Actually, you've seen something on Twitter that I want to bring up just real quick.
This is not it's not that type of show, man.
No, not that.
Not that. Oh, okay, so you had to answer with not that. So there was something that you saw.
God.
It was God.
It's not what you would assume. There.
All right.
Someone posted a image of the Onslaught mold with a certain Armada character head sculpt.
What Armada character?
And it's
Dog and Scavenger?
No, it's looking like Demolisher
Demolisher.
out of Onslaught.
I'd rather see Kicker.
Yeah. I don't think Demolisher could really... I don't think you can pull that off with an Onslaught. I mean, that would be 4 uses of the mold, or 2 uses, or 3.
I'd rather see it as Brawl.
Yeah.
As Brawl mold.
Okay, who would you like to see as the torso, though? The leader? If it had to be like an Armada theme.
Hot shot. Let's just go ahead and get it out there.
Hot shot? Gosh.
We already know it's going to happen, so let's just get past all the formalities and just...
I don't see... honestly...
You underestimate Hasbro.
Yeah, the person also listed, like, limb possibilities, like, you got thrust out of, I think, Air Raid. Wheeljack out of Breakdown, Cyclonus out of the Alpha Bravo. And then I think this also said Starscream out of Skydive, which we've already got Starscream, but it's Hasbro, so.
If that's the case, then when Titan Wars comes around, we need a tidal wave.
Yes.
I will buy that.
I'd buy two. One for my BotCon 2014 and one for...
All right, slow down there, man. You just... Two?
You're getting out of control, dog. You're just getting out of control.
But yeah, I totally agree. I would love to have that displayed with the 014. That was the set, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I got the original tidal wave to display with it, so. I mean, it'd be nice depending on how big it is, I guess. Like, if it's too big, then no thanks. But,
Metroplex.
yeah, definitely not.
And it breaks apart. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Diecast. LED.
No, you're out of control.
Voice chip.
$125.
The only quote is Tidal Wave.
Tidal wave transform. The Dark Fleet.
If it came with a reveal shield preceptor recolored as the chairman, alright, I'll take it.
Cool. Let's talk about Gremlins. David Ball. NECA. I don't collect those. They're cool though. Anything NECA does is good. I've had issues with their joints at times because if they're not properly, if you don't take the time to pop them right.
I have a Striker Eureka Jaeger sitting on a shelf, like in the back of the shelf, like laying down. It's not really that great.
But that's only one.
Yeah, but it's all it took was one.
I have an 18-inch Striker Eureka that's still standing. He's fun to play with. I torment the cats with it. But I do like what NECA's done. I think they're one of the dark horses out there. Of their product. But I don't know. Any of the rest of you guys? I know Josh used to collect some dark horse stuff.
Dalton, I think Dalton told me that like he would collect it, but he's too busy buying like awesome rap CDs and stuff like that.
Rap CDs. 2 tidal waves.
Oh, you can just go to hell.
Oh man. So if NECA came out with rap CDs with their products,
God,
no.
That's the hook.
Oh my God.
God.
That alien, I don't give a crap about that Kane figure, but it comes with a rap CD. Rapping Sigourney Weaver about aliens. Oh yeah.
Like I haven't bought any NECA stuff in a long time, but if they would just like package all their little kitties that they come with like all these different things, like let's say a 5-pack, they had 5 of them, I'd just buy a 5-pack of those. Just have a bunch of little kitties.
Have them all over your masterpiece figures.
Hobby Link Japan. I think that's the link for you. Go find your kitties. Pretty cute too.
Yeah, but they're all doing like weird stuff.
But they're cute. All right, let's see. Anything else? What do we got? Dragantron 468 Primal, that Armada Hotshot. Sure, that would happen just like the Best of Cheetor box set.
I'm telling you, next year. I mean, it was confirmed, so.
There you go. They should do the crossover again with Star Wars. Make
Primal
a combiner.
original.
A Jedi combiner. That'd be cool. We're getting into some weird stuff now.
Use a turbo tank from Onslaught, turn it into one of the clones.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. You could have a clone combiner. But I don't know. I don't have anything else to talk about.
We have football in 12 hours, James.
We do. God, my Seahawks. They just are retarded.
Dude, they might lose week 2.
I freaking could call better plays than what they're doing. Let's do an onside kick. At least they got the ball back, but then they just gave it away. Oh man, it's just I don't know. Okay, well that's football. I don't want to lose to Lala. Kiss players. So should there be a combined reward Kiss player?
Like, oh my God, they're talking again.
We're talking about tennis again.
I will admit the Kiss players is a cool alternate take on basically season 3 or the 2099 series, whatever. I do like that, and it kind of relates into, I think IDW took some of the cues from it, where they didn't like any of the Transformers anymore because of what the devastation that Galvatron did on it. Was it Tokyo or something like that? When Rodimus threw him out of Unicron, he actually ended up on Earth instead of in a lava bath. So it was decimation everywhere. And but then their powers came with the kiss of a girl. So
Yeah.
yeah, then it got kind of weird. Written by some hentai writers, something like that too.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yep, kind of weird. Got a little, yeah.
Seems legit.
Seems legit. That Rodimus with that gal, yeah. Convoy with she's not Marissa, she's Melissa. But we all know who she is. But that's it. I think we're gonna end it there. We'll be back next week. Unfortunately, no Cybercast. We will be doing the Retro Spotlight. It's not taking over. It's what we're just doing next week. So same time as the Cybercast, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Josh's G1 Extron YouTube channel. We will have Count_Marzo on the show, talking about Master of the Universe. And what else? What are we talking about with Master of the Universe? Everything, toys, the cartoon, New Adventures. Are we talking about the 2002 series?
Everything.
She-Ra. Holy crap, that's gonna be a long show. So stay tuned for that. That'll be episode 2 of the Retro Spotlights. It's gonna be good and such. So other than that, the Cybercast that aired today is now in video form over on G1 Extron's YouTube channel. So go check that out. Give it a like. Give this a like. And you can find me, Victory Saber 77. It should be me, unless it's Instagram. So there you go. Dakota.
You can find me at places at Primal Sabbath.
I was just gonna ask you a question, but
Oh,
okay,
what's up?
sure. Charles.
Charles on Twitter and Instagram at Optimus4Press.
Dalton.
I'm Dylan. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at Daltonians DFs.
Cool. Josh.
I'm G1 Extron everywhere except for Facebook page is the G1 Extron.
Trent.
You can find me on Twitter and Facebook as Trent5.
Cool. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. Really do appreciate. And have a great week. And remember, Retro Spotlight next week. It'll be good. See ya.